Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Crypto Night Show. Look, my hair looks a bit disheveled today, but hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. I hope you guys are doing well out there. Well, XGame is live. This is exciting, guys. I'm sure Firewhale must be very excited. Years in the making, and yeah, I think multiple $1 million investment, and that's cool. That's cool. Hey, we got the sound. Woohoo! That's exciting. Yeah, yesterday, no sound. Don't know what happened, but we got sound now. Great to have it, so that's good. And yeah, X Game is live. Huge. Our first big whale project. It's going to be pretty exciting. And it will be, long lasting, arguably. I think it's going to be pretty exciting. We're probably going to see lots of marketing, lots of KOLs out there, lots of community members out there spreading the word. Excuse me. Obviously, it's going to have a big, start, and then people just being consistent with it is the key. And we see that on centralized casinos like Bitfury, it's one of the most popular games. And if you go to most casinos, online centralized ones, and there's a couple of big, crypto ones. Bitfury, obviously, an obvious one. They tend to just get played day after day after day after day. So really, it's just about spreading the word about it, and it's a particular target market, right? So it's obviously game betting, things like that, and it's fully licensed game. So you got to be into that. If you're not into that, you're not into that, right? So remember, it's just what it is. There's always obviously a big amount of the world that loves playing these sort of games, and so if that's something for you, it's something for you. If it's not, it's not. But it is a pretty exciting game. The first game up for X Game is a crash game, and we're going to talk about that later on. We're going to, that'll be the last topic. We are going to talk about it earlier, but the last topic, we're going to look at some of the gameplay and all the people playing. I've seen dozens of people playing it on the PulseChain side. There's obviously the base and BNB side. There obviously have to be KOLs and marketing over there as well on those chains. And as I recall, Firewell talked about the founder of, I think, Base Chain was going to promote it on the Base Chain. So, that's going to get a pretty good start there. But something like 30% referrals, which is pretty awesome. And I think that's going to be pretty huge. So it's going to be pretty exciting. Now, I've got, if you're on X, I've got the link to X Game pinned at the top. So you can use that to join up and play X Game. But we're going to be showcasing it later on. If you're in the, I guess if you're online, if you're watching on YouTube, you can pick up the link in the video description there. I saw Randy Alaski out there earlier today with his link out there. So yeah, the KOLs are going to spread the word. So it's pretty exciting, and it's a really top quality game, which is pretty exciting on the old X Game crash game. Now there are other games, another game being in the pipeline. So it is a decentralized casino under the X Game brand. So very exciting there. So you can join up today with the link there as well. Kind of cool. Now, I will post the link also under the live stream in case you guys want to join up today. So do that. Let me, and let's go. Bam. X Game. I guess we'll say join X Game. Now, you do have to use USDC to play. You do have to use USDC to play. Just remember that. All right, so once again, congratulations to Firewell. We will get up to that. We're going to do our usual show run. We're going to go into, obviously, stock market, crypto, and then PulseChain. We're going to, obviously, the highlight today is X Game, and I will be doing some probably dedicated shows to X Game, so that's coming up. And we're also going to be talking about Liberty Swap, because obviously that's the next big thing coming up in about 2 days. So that is the Peacock DEX. We're going to talk about that. And then we've got Coinwell, so we're going to check up on that as well. We do have another pre-launch happening at the moment with the token for Fast Abdul. So we're actually going to cover that a little bit too, as well. So I hope you guys enjoy today's content. We will be covering the Vault 369, which is going to be a multi-chain lending platform from Fast Abdul. He's doing some cool stuff out there. Very nice. So I hope you guys enjoy it. We've got Craig in the house there. Morning all. Good to see you, Craig. Big shout out. We've got Crypto Wally says, thanks to you, I bought some Peacock. That's performing just great. Any idea how that would go? What do you foresee? Well, hold on to your hat for that, because that's coming up in the future there, yeah. And also, if you guys want to get in the Strategy Club, the link's in the video description of the Strategy Club. Join up to that. If you're on X, it's at the top, pinned at the top of the profile. And join Strategy Club. It's only $35 a month. It's really great value, guys. I'm passing intel in there all the time. and giving lots of, we've got the Crypto Night Show top 10 and stuff like that. So definitely join up there. All right, links in the video description. All right, so let's get into the main show, I guess. Let's kick it off. And I'm going to, I don't know, where am I going? I'm going over, probably not going over there. We're going to pull up the stock market first of all and talk about that. So let's go for gold. All right, so Monday, guys, first day of the week. Now, Monday in New Zealand was Labor Day. It's a holiday here, but in the United States is about a day behind us. The S&P 500 ends above 6,800 for the first time on US-China trade hopes. So very optimistic about that. Remember that the tariff, 100% tariff, was coming in before the 1st of November, but this looked like they've made some progress, and Trump's done a lot of the big play that China had was really rare earths, and with the I guess it was the licensing, but Trump's made a lot of deals with rare earth countries. I think Argentina, Australia, Pakistan, I think, and lots of deals in Asia with processing, etc. In this current Asian tour, and he's basically disempowered that move from China, and so that's I guess pushing China to the table. Now, it doesn't mean that China's not going to keep to their deal. They didn't really do that last time Trump made an agreement, and they'll play games, right? Because they want to be number one dog, right, top dog. But Trump's saying no, we're going to do it. So we'll see how it all plays out. But so far, good hints that we'll get an agreement, and then that's what markets like in the short term. They'll go with it. So there we got the Dow Jones up 0.7%, 337 points, 47,544. S&P 500 up 1.2%, 83 points to 68,075. Nasdaq up 1.8% at 432 points at 23,637. So really strong performance. We're at record levels, right, for all these indices. It's pretty exciting. US dollar is at 98.61, down a little bit today. Moving commodities, West Texas at $61.48, down 0.1%. Brent oil at $65, down just 0.17%. Gold at the moment at 4,000, so just off the top there. Gold just taking a couple of profits there. Probably get a bit of rotation into crypto as well. Silver there $46.88, and that's where the commodities are really. And I guess soybeans. China's going to have to buy some more soybeans as part of the trade agreement. So there we go. US farmers will be pretty happy about that. Now, we do have the Fed monitor coming out, right? The Fed monitor coming up, and that's 1 day and 19 hours to go, guys. 1 day and 19 hours to go, so that's not bad. And what are we expecting? 99% of the market expecting a 25 basis point cut. So that's pretty cool. 25 basis, so we get to 4%. We are on the rate cycle now, and this is one of our mega bullish things for the market, right? Because lower interest rates mean more risk on, and that's what we want, right? More risk on. People have to go find riskier things to get more yield. We may also get possible tariff dividend, and we saw what happened with the COVID one, and that was bullish, so we might get that too. Also, record monetary printing, right? So that we really got monetary policy coming in line. We got pretty good fiscal policy happening under the Trump administration, expecting the deficit to be pulled back. And of course, they're dealing with the trade deficit, the federal deficit, and the public debt as well as on the cards, and it's all been set up for that. We got 20 trillion in investments, which is unbelievable. And the AI age, the intelligence age, is upon us, as well as, of course, all the bullish things around crypto. So very, very neat. Everything's going pretty well there. It could be faster, the rate cut, but inflation really is not looking that is being pulled down by Trump. Basically, Trump's really pulling it down with the oil prices, and interest rates is the next one, right? So oil affects all the physical commodities. That's the way to think about it. And then, of course, interest rates affect all the monetary supply. So both, you get both those down, both the financial system and the physical market system is all cheaper, and that's the play. That's just that simple. It could have been done years ago, guys, but we had progressives and liberals running the place, and they're all nuts. Literally nutters. They're literally nutters. So it's finally great to see common sense come into play, and this is how simple it is to run a good economy. To do that, but we've had complete, in the West, we've had complete nutters. All they're after is power and degeneracy, but now we've got some good things happening. We're going to have a safer place, a more prosperous place, generally speaking, because of the impact of Trump's administration. So it's very exciting. All right, so that's kind of where we are right now. Let's jump into the next one, which is the crypto market overview. We've got Frank White in the house there. Bang, bang, XGame gang. I like it, Frank White. Welcome, welcome. And yeah, you should probably get some little fireworks for your site there, Frank White, on the Pulse start. That'd be pretty cool. Celebrate new launches or something. All right, so let's get into the crypto markets and have a look where they are at right now. Let's go to the big screen. So we got CoinGecko showing that we're at 3.946 trillion, up 0.5%, pretty similar gain like yesterday. In terms of the Bitcoin price, we're at 114,433, down 0.2% right now. Ethereum there at 4130, down 0.2%, so not too bad. We're just sort of creeping sideways, really. And we've got XRP is flat at $2.64. BNB is up 0.4%, $1,143. Solana down 0.4% at $199. Number 9 is Doge, down 1.1% at 20 cents. And then Tron, number 10, down 0.4%, just below 30 cents. So those are our top 10. And the best performer is BNB there. Best performer over the last week. Let's have a look here. What's the best performer? I guess XRP, actually. XRP and Solana, they're pretty much tied, up 4.6%. Top performer in the top 100, we got K-Hype there. At number 76 is the best performer, up 27% for the week. Hyperliquid at number 16 is up 26.6%. Number 36 is Zcash, it's up 26%. Number 79 is Pump Tires, that's up 24%. And to wrap up our top 5 best performers in top 100 is Jupiter at number 90. They're up 22.8%. Pretty good. And it looks like we've got, how many? We got, I said Jupiter, 1, 2, Jupiter, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We've got 10 out of the top 100 are over 10% on gains at the moment. So not quite altcoin season yet, but certainly that's better than not. We got top 100, top 1,000. We got Voltisig, Pay AI Network, and Waza X. So those are 3 pretty unusual ones. They're all up to date on the market. Trending is EVA A protocol, Zcash, and official Trump. Those are trending. Now I'm not going to go through the top 1,000 coins like we normally do, because we're going to get to some of the main events on PulseChain. Really, that's what we're going. All right, let's jump over to PulseChain on that mark, and we'll get to that too in a minute. We've got to say hello to Duke of Booze. Welcome, Duke of Booze. Cheers, everybody. Cheers indeed. If you just come into the show, we started early. So I started at what, 6 p.m. Eastern, is it? Yeah. We got the Crypto Night shows. Share that around. Hit the repost button on X. And then, of course, if you haven't joined XGame, that is the link to join XGame there. And you can also find that on X underneath the live show post there as the first comment. And also pinned at the top of the thread there as well as an article there, XGame. And it's going to be around for a long time. So we're going to be promoting it on a regular basis. So check it out, XGame there, if you like a play to win type of games. There we go. All right, let's get into, I guess, PulseChain. Shall we do that? Let's do that. All right, let's go. All right, PulseChain, man. Do you guys realize what's happening? We're only 1 day away, guys. I guess we're technically going to be starting day 900, because I'm not sure what the UTC time is, but we're on day 899, which means we might be starting day 900 pretty shortly, actually. I'm not quite sure when the turnover day is, but day 899 on the records here right now, and Pulse is at quadruple 036. Woohoo! This is a good sign, guys. This is really good. So we're up 6.3%, 36% of the mean sacrifice price. PulseX right now, quadruple 0232, up 4.3%. I'm glad that we got green candles again, and the buy and burn sitting at 7.96% based on the Go Pulse numbers. And we know the PulseChain stats, the news site, it's got different numbers, so I don't know what the difference is, but I haven't bothered to have a look. We've got incentive at the moment. $1.29 is up 4.55%, and we've got PHEX up 11.7%. So PHEX looking real good, isn't it? Back up at 81/100th of a penny. And you guys know once PHEX gets over 3.2 cents is my view. It's runaway time, right? It's just runaway time for the old Hex. We'll get a bit of a FOMO there. And we'll get back to some of the old glory day prices, the 10 cents, the 20 cents, the 30 cents, etc. It could be pretty fun. What else we got going? EHEX right now, 2200 a penny. So that's not doing so well. That was at 2300 a penny yesterday. And it is just sitting pretty flat despite the fact that BankX is gone. And they're probably in Tahiti somewhere like that. I don't know. But we got the combined price of EHEX and PX, I'm glad to say, is back over 1 cent, 1.03 cents, guys. So it is back there at that baseline. We've been there many times, but it's good to be back there. We got gas prices, 805,000 beats, so pretty cheap on PulseChain. 1 cent for a Pulse X swap. We got validators right now, 53,189. That's down slightly, isn't it? I think we were about must be down about 80 validators if I remember rightly from yesterday. The bridge, the heartbeat of the PulseChain. Well, it's 102.6 million, so that's down from yesterday. I think we're at 103.7, but that's where we are on the mark right now on the values there. Kind of cool. All right, so that is pretty much the overview. Let's quickly go to the cards here, and actually we might. Should we go to full screen? I don't know, full screen's going to block some stuff. Oh no, it's all right, isn't it? All right, so we've got total volume though. Volume at the moment 29.4 million, which is huge. We've been down at like 11, 12 million. Remember, a couple of days we were at like 16, 17. I think we had a couple of days even a few weeks ago at 22, 23 million. But today, guys, we're at almost 30 mil, 29.4 million on the volume. So that's good, and it's a green day. Now we've got 594,000 transactions. Say what? Yeah, fine. That's huge. That's huge. Normally we're in the like 250 to maybe 400 mark, and so we're at 600 today. That's pretty awesome. The vaults out at number one, up 2,000% on the PLS pair. This other one here, those only got it's a smaller pair, but it's up 114%. So vaults just launched. This is from Fast Abdul. He's in it for the tech, and apparently that's true. He is building out more protocols all the time. He's the founder, of course, of Ink Printer, one of the 4 liquidity forks on PulseChain. 4 liquidity forks on PulseChain, and looks like he's got this one here, some sort of exotic multi-chain version of it or something. So pretty awesome, multi-chain version of some liquidity fork. Smash that like and subscribe. Definitely do that. And chin the bears, yeah, bring that on. All right, so the vault's out, and it's a pump tires. It's a launch, but the what am I going to say? Let's go. This is the 1 hour chart, by the way. So I had a big run, went all the way to 1,400, almost 1,500 of a penny, and it's got sold out off just in the last hour, and is at 8,900. But your market cap 990 on here so far. What's the peak market cap on that price pump? Well, it was 1.44 million. So obviously it can be pretty volatile at this stage. But this is a multi-chain lending protocol. Let's go to the 15-minute chart just to show you some bit more granularity, more detail. That's one of our jokes that we have in New Zealand. But normally you have to do a merry laugh with it, though. Anyway, that's enough of that. We got that going on. And yeah, we got the vault. So this is the token before the launches. We'll have a quick look at this. So big shout out to Fast Abdul. He said he was working on multiple projects, and it does look like Vault 369, multi-collateral lending protocol. So this is really awesome to come into PulseChain, but it is multi-chain. But of course, the low-hanging fruit is the PulseChain community. It's got earn fees, governance, multi-chain. It's got a lock boost system as well. So 1.1x. It's got multiplier factors there on the yield. It's got 0 interest loans, so it's kind of got that liquidity model set up. Multiple collateral support, that's a little different, right? Instead of using one collateral, using multiple, including Pulse, VPulse, UPulse, and DAO-proof currencies, so other collaterals as well. So it is a pretty open system. LP token stability pools and Vault token utility as well. So there we go. Deposit collateral. It could be any of these tokens. Borrow a VUSD, which is the new stablecoin there. So that'll be Vault USD, I guess. And you can use it or earn. So pretty cool. You can deposit in stability pools, liquidity profits, and Vault rewards. So that is coming. So the token is launched, but the protocol is, I don't believe, is launched at this stage. So yeah, the Vault is live on PulseChain. Liquidity has been burned forever, apparently, against Pulse. Now, I presumably, yeah, that's the liquidity, but the token ownership is 82%, which is the max token you can hold, right? So Fast holds that. Presumably, hopefully, the team's not going to get too many tokens that they can sell down. There was controversy about that with the Ink Printer launch. So hopefully that's not the case here. And let's have a look here. Yeah, we've got the Vault 369 stat demo. There's a demo, so it's got demo details here, but it's got lots of information. And you've got the borrowing and managing, and it's got the cool little, looks a little bit like Nuke the Supply, doesn't it? It's got the bit of the Nuke the Supply look, the old retro green from War Games. Remember War Games? For those that are Generation X, maybe Generation, is it Generation Y, the one below it? I don't know. But yeah, it's in there with all the vaults. You've got all these different vaults, pretty complex liquidy kind of setup there. It's got staking, etc. It's got all the data, the white papers, and they've got a map of all the tokens that can be used. Obviously, it's got vouchers participating in this. They've got that as an input token, Solid X even. So, got riskier tokens in there as well. So, not bad. So, we'll keep a lookout for that, guys. But that is launched, and we'll go to the X account. That is on Fast Abdul. I'll pull them up because I just want to show you that it is a Fast Abdul thing. So Fast Abdul, and he does have the launch. Yeah, check out Vault 369. It is live. Liquidity burn forever. The foundation for Vault 369 built to become PulseChain's most versatile lending platform, and it does indeed look that way when it's multi-chain, multi-collateral, lots of different fees, a DAO to add more collaterals. It's a pretty cool system. It's a logical progression. It's great to see that. So there we go. So we'll keep watching that. That is out and about. So I wasn't, yeah, that was the profile. Let's jump out of there. So that is the top performer right now. Then we've got DevC coin, been around for 2 months, up 100%. So a real nice pump there on the old Dev coin. Then we got Bria. Bria's up as well, 50%. In fact, it's had a run the last couple of days. And of course, we know that Coinwell's coming, and this is going to be the AI. Bria is Ms. Rochelle's dog, and it's going to be the AI agent for Coinwell. So that's awesome, and we're expecting that to launch in early November. So that's based on Triple Dad's comments. And so, yeah, look at that. It has started to run away after being sold down. So it got sold down pretty hard and went down 166K on the market cap. Is now back at 288K. So it's not bad looking at the price. RSI is down pretty low and it's got pumped big time. I got a little pump yesterday, but big pump today. And of course, that's off a low base though. 13K volumes too. But it is what it is. So we'll see where that goes from here. Community is a little bit closed, I must say. They do need to be a lot more open. So I think they've got a lot of work to do there. And they do need to meme a lot more. I think Grumpy's kind of the best meme in there. And so they do have work to do. That's all I'm going to say. But other than that, exciting. We'll see how it goes with Coinwell and Coinaki. Of course, the battle of the memes. So we'll keep a lookout for that. All right, so we've got Liberty up 23% right now. PChain, PKen. I'm not sure whether that's around that community. I can't remember what Crypto Solve said around about that coin. We got the Pump Tires DAI. That's up 14% right now. We got the 555 Hex Diamond. And of course, I think that's originally from the NFT guy, who was a really good guy. He was the first one, I think, to do 721 contracts on NFTs, if I remember rightly. And I haven't seen him around for a while, but he was a real good guy. We got Hex, of course, up in the mix. Great to see the Richard Hart core coins, number 11 here, all the way through to number 15 on the pairs, up at 10%. So there we go, folks. Hex on the move. Nice to see that. And then number 16 is ALGO Hex derivative. And of course, Sparta also with a Hex treasury as well, number 17. So that's all pretty logical. Nice to see some logic happening on PulseChain sometimes. And that's the play. Moving further down, we do have Teddy Bear up 9%, and that has come off the bottom. Teddy Bear takeover, and that has come off 000 6300, now at 000 9300 over the last sort of 10 days, particularly last 2 days picking up there as PulseChain sentiment picks up as well with the cause. Gets us to Trump token at number 20, up 7%. PulseChain Pump Tires is up 7% as well. Shadow up 7% there. Only been around for 18 days, that one. Doubt up 6%, another Pump Tires. And then we've got PC the Greys making a little bit of a move here, up 5.6%. And of course, I think has been affected by obviously XGame, Peacock, some Pump Tire rallies, and of course, Vouch, which is kind of like PDC, but with the number one validator. So at the moment, the market's starting to pick that up. Looks like it's very much at that point of breaking out to the upside, doesn't it? It looks very, very close to that at 2300. Let's see if it can make the move. I'm sure it will. And of course, Prairie Banana out there championing that. All right, that's PTC the Greys, so keep a look out there. First Dow on the PulseChain. Number 28, Curve Token up 5%, X up 5%, RSI oversold up 4.5%. Fitzgerald up 4.3%. Remember from OG WebChef up 4%. Vouch Staked token, the V Pulse, up 3.6% there. And then we get into some of the incentive tokens and PulseX, along with Pulse Puppy up 3%. They're all pretty similar. Apine Pulse up 3%, etc. So yeah, they're on the move. So we've got a lot of green candles all the way down here. And it looks like we've got 50 out of 100 of the trending 6 hours on Dex Green in the green. Now, not all up against PulseChain, but they're certainly in the green there. Then we get some of the other stars down here. We've got Time Dividend. We've got Peacock, which is just pretty flat at the moment. Peacock had a nice little rally, though. And so Peacock there. We've got Source on Minimum. It's just under 6 cents. What else we got down here? 9mm at 1.1 cent. That's down 3.4%. So just a little bit of profit taking. Oh, we just saw a little bit of profit taking on Peacock actually. And then bounce back. So Peacock at 1.9 cents. So we're going to talk about that. Who was asking about that? Crypto Wally. Yeah, we're going to talk about that in full. So don't worry about that. That's coming up. We might pull that chart up actually, and we'll talk about that too. Now, let me just go back here, scrolling down here, a bit more coins. SolidX at the moment down here at $2.15. And of course, we'll be looking forward to the staking part of that and profits from XGame and future games on the decentralized casino going into that as well. So that's still to come. Got rotated pretty hard though, didn't it? From $8-9 down to $2.14. So we'll keep a lookout for that. If you can pick the bottom of that, I'm sure it'll be pretty good. And then we've obviously got Firewall down here as well. So a lot of profit taking on these, down 24%, and XGame also down 40% on the launch. And of course, the RSI was pretty hot on the weekly. And join Strategy Club today. And join Strategy Club today. That's all I can say. $35. $35 a month to join up. Links in the video description. We also got Unity down here. Unity is down 27%, big down there. But we are expecting Unity to adjust. It's still in phase 2, with all the supplies coming out. And so we have to wait for day 88. So that's still ticking away there over 60 days or so. So it's still going. Got a few of the other popular ones here. Pump Tires down 15%. Cry Fagging, which has been popular recently, down 60%. So we do have some of the real popular ones down at the moment, which may give some opportunities out there for people to pick up some of the better quality stuff right now. All right, so that's pretty much that. That is the markets, and that leads us into, I guess, some of the main stuff. So let's get into it. Let's get into the main show. We might go back to this view. Do we go back to this view? We'll stay to the big view. Once you go to the big view, it's hard to go back, right? It's like going from a medium pizza to a big pizza. I don't know. But anyway, let's get into it. So we've got XGame is live, guys. You can play to win, and of course, don't crash. So the first game, so XGame is a decentralized crypto casino. It really is quite revolutionary. It's Web3, decentralized. If you go to a lot of the big crypto casinos, they're centralized, like Betfury. They're very, very well run, but they're centralized. And they have rules. They have certain rules which can be quite sticky, like deposit rules and gambling rules. And so, you can put your coins on, but not be able to get them back out if you don't gamble enough, etc. So there are a lot of, while they're really good, there are a lot of issues around that. And the other thing, of course, this is decentralized. So, peer-to-peer, with the contract, interacting with the contract. And it's also going to be, it's on PulseChain, base chain BNB. It's going to be expanding to other chains. And it really has got a very good viral. Visually, it's very, very attractive. And then, of course, virally, it's got a 30% referral, which means that influencers, KOLs, and anyone in the community really can get a referral code and share it around to people that like playing these sort of games, right? So that's the key there. It is for a certain part of the market. Obviously, if you're not interested in these sort of things, you just whatever, just move on. But it really is pretty exciting for those that like gaming. And of course, the Crash Game is the first game out, which is pretty awesome. And we do know for years and years, I was in Betfury for years, so it was one of the top referrers there. And I know that for a fact that this is one of the most sustained popular games is Crash Game, and the people there all the time playing it. So I think it's really great. The other thing, this is also playable on Telegram. They've got application for Telegram there, which is over 1 billion people use Telegram every month. About 560 million use X every month. And so, a pretty huge market potential there as well. So it's pretty exciting. Now it is using USDC, so you have to use USDC on PulseChain, Base, or BNB, and your referral code as well is applicable to each chain independently there. So PulseChain, Base, and BNB. Now most of the people on there will probably be PulseChain right now playing, and we're going to have a look at that later in the show. So keep a lookout for that. That's going to be pretty cool. So that is out and about right now. And like I say, if you want to join up to XGame on X, you can either hit the post at the top, which I'm looking at right now, or you can use the link underneath the live show. And if you're on YouTube, you can find it here in the chat, and I'll post it on the respective YouTube channels after the show. So there are XGame and join up today. Now you can grab your own referral code once you're on there, and you can spread that around. That's pretty much how it works, right? And I think it's 30%. I think it's up to 5 levels. I'm not quite sure about the second part, but it's definitely 30%. You can read all the rules. Maybe we'll check that out when we get there. We're going to look at the live game action at the last topic, which is going to be pretty cool. So that's pretty cool, exciting there. Now, Firewell, of course, the big whale on PulseChain, who developed this with his, I guess, his crew of X-Men there, has said, long post, friends. TLDR at the start, XGame launching in 4 hours. So this is before the launch. It's now live, of course. The truth, the vision, and the path forward. XGame launched on Pump Ties fully fair. No pre-sales, no insiders, no private deals. Anyone could have picked it up cheap and become a whale with just a few thousand. Now XGame tokens sit as number one token on Pump Ties. Well, that's at the time of writing, right before a price correction, even ahead of RH created memes. I've invested well over 9 figures of my own capital into the blockchain to provide liquidity, support multiple sub-ecosystems, and also build real products that push it forward. Not chasing short-term plays, but building and believing in things that last. Entertainment, financial freedom, and true self-custody, and that's what crypto is made for. Building a blockchain is like building a city. If the chain doesn't have enough infrastructure, opportunity, and energy, people move over there, or they won't stay. Or if they do, they won't stay. It needs to be a place worth visiting and worth staying at. What attracts people more than anything is economic energy, the opportunity to build, grow, and create a better life. People invite friends and family to move into a city that helps their portfolios go up, not down. The same applies here. PulseChain is the city we decided to call home. I'm using my own capital to build the systems, experiences, and opportunities that make it a place where people want to live, create, and prosper. We build the solid trader bot, which we've talked about many times as well, and it's very, very slick, actually, providing the best on-chain limit order execution inside Telegram with flawless operations for months, nearly 2,000 users. Isn't that amazing? And over $2 million in trade volume. All this while native chain price performance and activity trends lower. Now we're adding XGame, bringing new energy through fair and transparent gains where users finally have an open on-chain opponent instead of a faceless extractor. And sure, whether it's meme coins, RWAs, or even playing in a casino, there's always risk. If you lose control or chase emotion, you'll get wrecked. Same story as sugar, alcohol, leverage, drugs, etc. The point isn't to remove risk, it's to make sure it's transparent and fair. As someone who's built multiple 9-figure companies in the casino industry, I know how to operate, how to scale, and how to deliver. We have an elite dev team behind us that actually ships. I believe in crypto as deeply as the early internet pioneers believed in decentralizing information. Countries are about to ape into DeFi. It's about freedom, not greed, and we're here to prove that by building things people actually use on a daily basis. If you have invested, made profits in any of my tokens, please consider using 10 or $20 to play the game. What could be the first day of glorious mission? Yours truly, Firewell. So that was pretty awesome from him. And of course, XGame account there, liking that too. Got some cool stuff there from Freddie Quotes, Investor Logic in there. Lots of people in the house there. So cool to see that. All right. So got some good stuff in there with the interaction. So that is from Firewell. And XGame had since launched, right? So we're just going down here a little bit here. So after that post, we had Firewell says XGame is live. That was 3 hours ago. And then, of course, we had number one on Dick Screen at the time. Of course, the market has corrected there at the moment. Sell the news kind of event, and the RSI is pretty hot. So we'll see how that happens. And yeah, so there we go. That is pretty cool stuff. I'm not sure if we've got the actual link to. Let me have a look down here. Yeah, so that's ticking away. So that is ticking away right now, and we're going to go check that out later on in the show. We're going to have a look at the actual gameplay, so stay tuned for that. That's coming up later on. All right, let's jump over to the other big news, which is Liberty Swap. So after XGame launches, which we're going to look at later on, Liberty Swap, of course, is on the move, right? So Liberty Swap, I call it the port, what do I call it? The gateway ecosystem, the PulseChain, really is going to be pretty extensive. It's going to be multi-chain. It's very, very cleverly set up, and it's been the talk of the town. So we had the first launch as XGame, which has been today. In about 2 days' time or so, we're going to have Liberty Swap launched, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. In fact, let's pull that up before we get into the actions there, and we can see Liberty Swap countdown on Peacock Dex is coming, and it is 2 days and 12 hours away, so 2.5 days to go until this juggernaut launches the Peacock Dex. It's going to be truly glorious, I think. So very excited about that. And of course, they've been posting up quite liberally and very, very passionately, very insightfully. It's pretty awesome. So we're really enjoying the old Peacock experience and Liberty Swap there. Good morning, PulseChain. Every morning starts with one mission, adding more liquidity to Peacock. In just 3 days, the Peacock protocol will go live, and the collection for our first burn cycle has already begun. How about that? Woohoo! The collection for our first burn cycle has already begun. Now, as I understand, I think they've got about 15.5% burned already, and about 15% or so in LP pools, if I understand rightly. Once the pulse pair kicks in, the buyback pressure will. When the pulse pair kicks in, now we've still got stable coins at the moment. We've got the first ETH pair. We were supposed to have wrapped ETH, and also we're getting pulse and pulse wrap pulse, right? So we've got more. Imagine horizontal scaling of the revenue is to come in, and this is before the DEX even launches, right? So it's OMG, guys. It's going to be pretty epic. And so the DEX launches, and then you've got a whole nother business. You're adding a whole business, another business onto the bridge swapping. So it's crazy, guys. And then they're going over to the other chains and adding these LP pools in, so they even bring in more capital. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. This thing is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger at a very fast pace. I mean, these guys are not going slow. And in the 3 days, the Peacock protocol will go live, and the collection of for our first burn has already begun. Once the wrap pulse pair kicks in, the buy pressure will reach levels we've never seen before, all within one unified swap interface, which is pretty awesome. At the moment, of course, we know the swap bridge fees 100% is automatically being used to buy up the tokens, etc. They've got lots of mechanisms there. They're also building liquidity at the same time, and it's exciting. Take care of the bird, keep the faith in PulseChain, and honor the vision of Richard Hart. And this is what these guys are. They're very aligned to Richard Hart, which makes you wonder. Are they Richard Hart or Richard Hart's setup? So that's the whole point. So pretty cool. Take care of the bird, keep the faith in PulseChain, and honor the vision of RH. Peacock strong, PulseChain unstoppable, and of course they've got adding some more LP there as well. So it's pretty cool. Yep. So lots of cool things happening. And just reading a few of the comments there. So very, very nice there. No buybacks anymore. Well, they said we've already bought back nearly 30% of Peacock and LP within weeks. Woo! We've used 300% of our fees to buy Pulse, pair it with our bought back Peacock, and then fuel the next leg of the pump. Smart strategy, stronger bird. Pretty awesome, eh? So I mean, these guys are really on the move, guys. Really on the move. So yeah, we had Crypto Wally ask about that. Well, think about what they're doing. It's pretty huge. Multiple businesses, all foundational utility businesses, all pushing up the old Peacock there. Pretty awesome. So that was from them this morning. Then of course they had more. Peacock is insanely undervalued, they say. It's 7 hours ago. It has far stronger community support than Pepe ever had, and still the market hasn't priced it yet. So they're comparing itself to Pepe, and so you take note if you're thinking about the value. Pretty exciting. So PulseChain's going to have at least one meme, if not 2 or 3 memes that really rock, and then maybe a whole suite of tokens that do well. But it's the top 2 or 3 that people are always hunting with the big giant X's. Even Pedro saying Peacock is close to 10,000x from launch. How about that? Not bad. So pretty cool. Let me scroll up here a little bit. I'm going to scroll past all that. Yeah, we've got Crypto Coffee is loving it, right? The perfect storm. Understand the right PulseChain tickers before it's too late. That's the what O's is saying, right? You understand the right. We'll probably have lots of tokens do well, but which are the ones that do crazy well, right? Those crazy well. Well, it's looking good for the old Peacock, isn't it? Looking good for the old Peacock. And then they had 6 hours ago official announcement to enhance the quality of our customer support and overall service experience. Liberty Swap will now provide official support exclusively through our X channel. Our Telegram channel will no longer be actively started from today, so you're going to have to if you need issues fixed up, it's through X. And we appreciate your understanding and continued trust in Liberty Swap. For future updates, announcements, and support inquiries, please follow and reach us in the official challenge there. So this, if you every so often they might have a transaction delay or dropout, so they have to you have to go hit up the help desk and then follow that through. Coast has that too, right? Coast does it too. Pretty awesome on PulseChain have a help desk in crypto. So, no stop in sight for the bird as at this low market cap. As the market cap grows, the buyback and burn effects will need to be stronger to move the price meaningfully. So that's the key, right? So as the price goes up, you've got to build up that more revenue. You're going to be growing at a certain pace to keep that up, right? To keep up the push to make the significance here. So yeah, as the market cap grows, the buyback and burn effects will be stronger to move the price meaningfully, and we're getting there step by step, which is pretty cool. We've got the Richard Cause there and the Peacock. All right, so that is from them only 6 hours ago. We got more from Crypto Coffee. So Crypto Coffee is really loving the old Peacock there, and the just the Pulse training bot as well. So just the Pulse guys got their little bot out there. I haven't really covered that, but we might do that. So yeah, pretty cool. So they're continually monitoring their performance. Let's have a look there. It's going to scroll up a little bit more. Let's see here. Just having a look at some of that. 5 hours ago. What is the gameplay of Peacock Protocol and why is it great for Peacock? Well, Liberty Swap is not just a swaps around the actual DEX anymore. It's evolving into a cross-chain DEX designed to strengthen Peacock. So Liberty Swap is not just a swap anymore. It's evolving to full cross-chain DEX designed to strengthen Peacock across all major blockchains. We call this a version Peacock Protocol. Right now, we operate as a simple cross-chain swap and have already contributed significantly to bring back to buying back a Peacock and Pulse, as well as strengthening the Peacock LP. This upgrade will take us to the next level, and it will indeed. So, it's just huge. So you're taking the bridge swapping, and then you're also having a Peacock DEX, decentralized exchange. And as I said to you, we've only got really PulseX, then 9mm, and then Tide, and probably PHux, right? I think those are the 4 kind of big. Then we have a whole ton of farms that are operating, and then DEX aggregators, which go through all those pools. So that's kind of where we are right now. So there's plenty of room for a big DEX, and looks like Peacock DEX could be that next big DEX on PulseChain. Not only that, but they're a big part of the PulseX V2, and they're also expanding like a little octopus tentacles into these other blockchains. With these new LP pools, and they're going to have the incentive token back on the Peacock DEX side and pull a lot of the capital into PulseChain. Very clever setup, guys. The holy grail of this kind of technology. So, and it is not just a one little business now; it's multiple businesses together, all pushing up the Peacock. And the Peacock is the ultimate meme, of course, in tribute to Richard Hart, of course, right? And Richard Hart is, it's a male bird, a beautiful bird. it's a Richard Hart, right? It's a Richard Hart. Anyway, so that's kind of cool. And we can see Liberty and the Peacock there together. All right, so it's kind of cool. And they put out 5 hours ago, if you invested $100 in Peacock Graduate and bond stage of PulseX, it would now be worth $53,000. So there we go, guys. So it was if you had invested $100 in Peacock when it bonded on Pumpetize, it would now be worth $53,000. How about that? So pretty cool. Now, obviously, people can, if they understand the vision, they'll hold on and watch the machine work, right? Watch the machine work. So pretty cool. And this is a little while ago. We keep adding more LP to strengthen Peacock. Now the question is, should we redirect all validator rewards straight into LP or compound them first for larger future buybacks? At this pace, if the pulse remains steady, we can add 3 to 4 billion in LP every month, powered purely by fees and validator rewards. The ultimate goal, 100 billion pulse in LP and reserves, is absolutely within reach. How about that? I'm pretty excited about that. Look at the old V pulse. All right, we'll just scroll back up there. Even Nuggabo's into it. Right? Nuggabo's loving the old Peacock now. Pretty cool. Liberty Swap says 2 hours ago, Peacock is a beast. We'll stand behind it and bid every single correction all the way to Mars. The PulseChain bull market is here. Nothing can stop the Peacock rocket. Hold on tight. So lots of cool stuff. Lots of people there. Tiger Crypto God, the humble humpback holder. Joey. Jojo. So yeah, pretty cool. 1 hour ago, PulseChain is waking up. You know it. You already know it won't stay behind the pretenders of DeFi like Solana. real DeFi lives on PulseChain. And of course, at the moment, we got Richard Hart moving, the PulseChain stack through Tornado Cash and things like that in different patches, right? So, who knows? Are they all related together? That's the question, right? We've seen little teasers about it, about all this. So, yeah, pretty exciting stuff. All right, so lots of cool things happening with the old Peacock. And the price at the moment is currently at 1.9 cents, and the market cap at 16.2 million. And this was pretty much battling with the old XGame, wasn't it? We're gonna keep a lookout for that. But of course now it's must be well on its way. So there will be one ultimate meme coin, and Peacock's got a whole ton of businesses behind it. It's not just required, doesn't need user growth and promotion. It's already got user growth and promotion. Plus, it's got all these businesses that are constant whale buyers, right? Whale buyers of the token. So, and they're only expanding. So, pretty exciting. Whew. What else are we going to see? Well, obviously, with the Peacock Dex, we're going to see new front end for pump tires. They've already said that. We could see even a wallet in there. We could see even some sort of if Richard Hart's associated to it anyway, we could possibly see the big stable coin in there and all that narrative play out. Keep a look out for it. Could be pretty exciting. But so far, it is setting up as one of the juggernaut blue chips on PulseChain, and we're very excited about where this could go. We shall see. At the moment, let's have a look at the RSI on here and pick that up. I kind of feel like we're up there. We haven't got a weekly one yet because it's not that old, but we are in the overbought territory slightly, 75. But we have been elevated there for 2 days in a row, so we're probably maybe a little bit of a move here, a little bit of profit taking. But this hopefully will just continue to zigzag with a little bit of sellers in there moving up. That's kind of the play. And with only a couple of days away, 2.5 days away for the big DEX, that could prove huge. I think there's going to be a lot of capital sucked into that Peacock DEX, and they're going to set up these pools over on the other chains, right? So that's the other secret part of the sauce there with the old Peacock. So yeah, we might have a little bit of a breather here before we have another big move in the old Peacock, but it could stay elevated with the excitement of the Peacock DEX. But like I say, I think that if we do get sell the news event, it's going to be pretty short-lived, I think, because we could see a lot of capital coming into that Peacock DEX, right? I think that's going to surprise people to the upside, and that will make it quite a juggernaut. All right, so that is the old Peacock there. Let's jump over to the next one. Of course, after this we've got Coinwell coming. We're spoiled at the moment, but we deserve it. We deserve it. It's almost 900 days, guys, and we deserve it. So, we've got Coinwell coming up early November from Rackham Michelle, the other big whale on PulseChain, the number one sacrificer consortium for Pulse and PulseX. And of course, this could potentially be our best lead outside of what Sun Minimal was going to be, and that's in doubt now a little bit. We've got to have this could be the first direct link to potential institutional investment through Coinwell. There's going to be multi-chain as well, and though it's not going to be, I think the low-hanging fruit's always the PulseChain community because that's Rackham's mostly known. But I think this is pretty exciting. We know Triple Dad's involved with that with this as well, and of course Ms. Rochelle. So I think this could be pretty cool, right? So pretty cool with this. So we're looking forward to it. They put a little video out today on that, and so it could be pretty interesting coming up for the old Coinwell. And that is expected early November. This is probably going to be a juggernaut as well. So if he's got his institutional clients or VCs and other people coming in to invest through this as well as the crypto communities on the different chains, could be all pretty awesome. And we've already seen them throw a marketing budget into some of the marketing, so that's going to be ramped up. The other big thing is Ms. Rochelle's going to be running the foundation side, I think it was. So that's going to be pretty awesome. Coinbound, I should say. Pretty awesome. And there's going to be I think they're having 5 protocols at least. The 2 first ones, of course, Coinwell, which will be a multi financial hub. It's basically a financial hub. It's going to have lots of different features like a liquidity fork and other things, DEXs and everything else. So it could be pretty awesome. And this is going to be another one, right? So I said to you, we probably could do with a good half a dozen really solid large DEXs. And this is certainly, if we got Peacock DEX and then we have Coinwell, that's all heading in the right space. So That's pretty awesome. What else was I going to say about this? Yeah, Bria might get picked up on this as the AI agent, so we'll keep a lookout for that as well. We can see some early moves on that already. All right, that's the Cornwall, and of course we're looking forward to it. It's going to be good. It's going to be exciting, and this is a major event. So we've got the triple threats, as it were, coming in the play, and of course we had the nice little announcement as well today with the Vault 369 from Fast Abdul, which is a nice addition into the mix of quality protocols. So yeah, PulseChain bull market has begun, man. It's really, and Liberty Swap said it yesterday, I think it was, and I think it really is. It's kicking in, guys, kicking in. Really, really cool. We see the PulseChain markets reacting to it as well. So that's some of the cool stuff happening right now on the old PulseChain, and I'm going to pull up. the XGame. Now, you guys know when I pull up the XGame, it's GPU driven, and it can use up quite a bit of my GPU, even though I've got a Mac here. But we'll see what happens. Let me just sign on and reset this up. All right, get in the chat there as well. So let us know whether you've played the game or not. Let me just sign on first. It's telling me I'm already signed on, but I don't think I am. All right. Let me refresh this. So my picture is probably going to freeze at the moment, but we're going to play this live. There's a live gameplay of XGame launched today, and the reason why I covered the news about it at the beginning. I wanted to cover it now because we obviously get more and more people as we stream, and so this is the best time to cover it. So very, very exciting. But it is going to. Should we play the big screen? Let's do the big screen, and it is going to. My video will freeze, but you still hear me. You still hear me. Hearing is caring. Hearing is caring. All right, cool. I think that's fine. All right. There we go. Let me know in the chat. I'm pretty sure you can still hear me, but the video is frozen because of the GPU there. Now, oh, look at that. There was a 12.69 X on that last game. Yes, you're frozen, but just let me know if you can hear my audio because I'm pretty sure that's fine. It's just the video that freezes. So I'm frozen in time. How about that on XGame? I'm in space now. I'm frozen in space, guys. Frozen in space. Yeah. Let me know if this. Can you hear my audio? Can you hear my audio? That's the key part, right? Because it's fine me being frozen, but let me know. Can you hear the sound of the game? Can you hear the sound of the game? And can you hear my audio? That's key. Can you let me know? You're saying it's working now, but audio is good. Okay, cool. All right, so you can see at the moment. I don't know if I've got the sound on. Let me put the sound on. Yeah. All right. So the sound's on now. Can you hear the sound? That sounds good. All right, cool. Woo-hoo! Here we go, guys. There's the game playing on right now. All right. Oh, wow. That's cool. All right, so that game finished pretty early. It was a 1.64 X return. So if you got out before 1.64, you would have got a return. If you didn't jump out of the ship, you would have crashed and you would have lost your money. All right, so that's what happened there. So yeah, you got to be out before it gets to the top mark. You don't know when it's going to be. That's all part of the playing experience. Okay? That is all part of the playing experience. Now it's on chain, so it's going through the setup. It's going to pay out people and do all the rest of it. That's the process. And at the moment, we're on the PulseChain side, and we're going to show that in a minute. So we've got 24 people. They played for $224 right now. So let's see what people are coming in with. See how the price is going up. We've got $1,696. We've got all these people in the lineup on the left here. These are people that are betting. We've got $1, $10, $20, $50. So we got some bigger rollers there. And I think the max is $100, so we can do the plus. No, $50 is max. So we've got a couple of people doing $50. So we've got 29 people right now. $371 placed the bets for this one round, and it's round after round after round, and it's on chain, so it's pretty exciting. But the graphics are amazing, especially once it gets up to high X's. You see the graphics go crazy. Now you saw those explosions on the ship when all the accounts. Those were basically wallets that were exiting before it crashes. So they're the ones that made the profit, right, before it crashed. All the accounts that didn't click out of the game, jump the ship, basically ended up crashing. So yeah, and you can see on the right side there's this live chat. You can see all the people Oh, now that can happen, right? A 1x, which means everyone gets crashed. Everyone loses their money. All right, that's how it evens out for the game. Like the game's got to make money, so it's got to, obviously fund the accounts and all the rest of it. But it's got to, well, obviously, sometimes there might be net profits out of the game, so we'll see how it goes. But they've got to basically fund the house that it were. Now remember, some of these profits are going to go back probably to XGame and SolidX staking. It's kind of the bigger picture, as well as the team. Now I think it's about 30% for the referrals and about 70% for the house, right? Where out of those profits. So I think it's kind of how it goes there. All right, so that is pretty cool. Now, if you guys haven't joined up, you can find the link in the chat there. There is the XGame link right now. You can hit that in the chat, and I will leave that under the YouTube videos. We're streaming on 3 YouTube channels right now, and I'll leave the links there. But if you're on X, you can find it in the comment or pin to the top of the profile straight away and join up today. I do encourage you to get your own referral code and then share that around as well, because why not? Why not? So get out there, folks. This could be the first big viral game on PulseChain. And it's certainly got all the right features for people to promote it consistently, and it's always one of the most popular games. Here we go. Whoa! Crash out 1.24. So what you find with these games is that they will crash out. Let me just turn the volume off for a minute, just so I can talk about it. But what you will find is that I, having watched this game for years on Betfury, you will find that they will go through like little cycles there, which make a little profitability. So after you have a big X, so we had a 12.69X, sometimes you'll just have a run of low numbers, one after another. But then occasionally you'll have two big X's, right? So you might have a 12.69, and maybe the second or third one might be another high number as well, and then you have a whole ton of low numbers. So I do see that pattern happen a lot. You can't predict it exactly, but it does kind of have a general pattern like that. And then it will have periods where there's high numbers, where it's just high all the time, and you like that's really cool. And then suddenly it will be a low number, like a 1, like you might, and so you'll FOMO, thinking that you're just in the best time ever, and then suddenly a 1 will come out or something like that. So there is a bit of patterns to it. It's not obviously not a science, but it's you do sort of notice that. So you got to be careful. So once that 12.69 came out, you probably had more chance of not that we're going to have a low number. Here we go. So let's see if this is a high number here. We've got no sound on this time, but you can see all the wallets cashing out. So these are ones that are actually cashing out. They're all going to be profitable, right? So you can see the wallets there from this list on the side here, and they're all crashing out, and it makes this cool noise. So at the 2.9x there, there we go. So it looks like we went out to 3.03x. So yeah, if you managed to get up before that time, you made mad gains, and if you didn't, you lost your basically your amount there. And then, of course, you're going to get lots of comments on the side. Some are going to be like, man, I did the best ever. Some are going to be scammed, right? All sorts of stuff like that. So you're going to get all sorts of comments in there. But yeah, the bets, I think you can go down to $1, and the max is $50 on this at the moment. So I don't know whether they'll change that over time, but that is kind of where we are right now. So XGame, folks, download it today. Or go to the website. There's a referral code, and of course, get your own referral code. So how do we do that? Let's go. We're going to come back to watch some more gameplay, but let's after this one. So it crashed out again. Yeah, see that? So see how it had one big winning number and a whole ton of small numbers. That does happen quite often. Occasionally, you might get a big number in between, but what we're exactly sure, right? So we've had 5 rounds now with low numbers after that 12.69x. So that does happen quite often. I've noticed over the years. Now I just want to go to the settings here. So if you go up to the cogs. There's that cog thing up the top there. You can go to the main menu. You can turn the mute sound on and off. You can deposit and withdraw. Remember, it's USDC, whether you're on PulseChain, BNB, or BaseChain. The account, you can obviously do a custom name on the account. You can connect to Telegram and play on Telegram. You've got referral, right? That's where you can get your referral code. You do need to deposit into the game for the referral code to operate. So remember that. You do need to do that. And then you can send feedback. There are the rules, and the rules have all the details. So you might as well read those, especially if you don't know, what's going on. And it will have all the details there. So welcome to Crash, XGame, how it works. Select your wager, join the current round, wait for the spaceship to launch. The multiplier will start increasing. Press the exit button anytime you want to lock in your win, right? So that's a very key part. So that's the key part there. You've got to exit before it crashes. Otherwise, if you exit before the ship crashes into the black hole, your wager is multiplied by the displayed multiplier. If the ship crashes before you exit, you lose your wager. If the maximum multiplier is reached before you exit, the ship crashes and you lose your wager. And I think the max was, at least on the testnet, it was 50x, I think it was on the testnet. Tip on these desktop devices, you can use the arrow keys as well. So that's the first page. There's the fairness maths. I'm not going to go into that, but you can read that on the fairness of the game. The third page there, it's got how the multiplier is calculated, so it's got the maths for that. And the fourth one, which is probably the main one that people will look at as well, is the actual game settings. So it's got the weight there at 1.1, house edge is 5%. The RTP, return to player, which is kind of a typical number here, is 95.95. You might see that sort of range, 97, 96, 96. So this is kind of at the bottom end of that. The maximum multiplier is 100. So they've actually increased it to 100, guys, not 50. So that's, I think, 2x what there was on testnet there. Minimum multiplier is 1x, and that's when everyone's going to crash out and lose. Maximum number of bets is 100 per round. Current bet limits there, your $1 minimum, $50 maximum. Current payout limits there, no limit, and global round cap, no limit as well. So those are the key rules there, and that's pretty cool. So obviously on the left here, you've got the total amount of players and the amount of total bets. On the left here, you've got all the players and their bets here, and then on the right here, you've got the live chat. And you can actually have a custom name, and how you did a custom name, you go to the cogs and you go to your account and you basically save a current, an actual name like Bob or Bill or whatever you want to call yourself. And that instead of having your wallet charm. Then on the previous multipliers shows the previous rounds and what the X's returns were. And then, of course, the middle button here up the top next to the cogs is change the different chains. You can change the PulseChain, base chain, or BSC. So let's change the base chain and see if there's anyone over there. Now, obviously, PulseChain is the low-hanging fruit because obviously PulseChain everyone knows fire well, but base chain and other chains, people got to go over there. Now, it does look like we've got people over there at the moment. Looks like we had about 9 people, so there is less, but there's still a decent amount of people over here playing. We've got 3 so far in the round on base chain here at the moment. And you do need to deposit on each chain, I think, to make each chain referral work, if I remember rightly. You can double check that, but I believe that's the case. So here's on base chain. We've got people writing as well. Then we can jump over to BNB or BSC chain. Let's see if anyone's over there at the moment. Yeah, we've got 12 people. Yeah, 12 people on that last round. And that's playing as well. So this is playing on 3 chains, guys. And remember the activity on BNB and base chain, all that revenue is going to coming back into PulseChain through, I guess, I don't know when Firewall is going to set up SolidX and the staking and all that, but that's can't be too far away. Maybe it's a week time or 2 weeks. I don't know. We'll just have to keep close ear to the ground on that one. Maybe he might talk about stuff like that in the X spaces if we're lucky, but we'll see what happens there. So this here is the what I say, base chain. We're on BSC, and you can see there's 11 players, $76 in bets, and this is still ramping up. I think the stuff's still going to ramp up because there are big KOLs on other chains and all sorts of stuff. So it's just going to just continue to ramp up, and of course it's only been out for a few hours, so it's going to be pretty cool. So that is Crash Game, world's first Web3 decentralized Crash game, I guess, and with fully licensed. Pretty unique, right, in that space, and multi-chain, and also playable on Telegram. So pretty cool. So that is the old base BSC. Yeah, we've got 10 players there. Base chain. What do we got here? Got 3 or so. We did have 12 when we first came over there. There's definitely more people there watching. And look how quickly this game's going over and over. 3 chains, and it's going to have more chains, right? More chains coming, more games, and more KOLs, more influencers, more community people sharing their link. But PulseChain at the moment, of course, is the low-hanging fruit, and that's got 20 people playing. When before the live stream, I did see about 35 people playing in the game. So we'll see how that goes. All right, let me put the sound back on, and let's watch some action, a little bit of action. Then I'm going to probably maybe have one. I'm not really a gambler, so I do watch them. I'm do watch them, but yeah. I do play from time to time. Okay, but no, I'm not really like full on, not full on. But yeah. Let's see. Actually, we've got the block ticking away there. We've got the sound in place, and I'm probably still frozen, but you can hear my voice. I don't think my moved. Here we go. Oh, guys. Oh, 1.1. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. I don't know if anyone got out, did they? Did anyone get out? I don't think so. It's like very difficult to get out and with that, I would say. You would almost had to instantly click. So, yeah, pretty cool. Let's get into this next one. So I'm going to do $1, and that's going to put us in. So now we're in, and Spaceman is the name, right? So $1, and let's see how we get on. Let's get on how we get on there. So if you guys want to join up, the link is here in the chat, and of course I'll leave it under the YouTube, and of course if you're on X, it's in the first comment or pinned to the top of the profile. You can join. Okay. All right, I better get out. All right, I'm exited. I'm out. I got out in time, guys. I made 76 cents on my dollar. Guys, I made 76 cents on my dollar. So that was profitable. All right, so there we go. We made some profit, 76%. In like, well, how many seconds was that? A few seconds, I guess. All right. Spaceman, the Rocket Man. I could have called it the Rocket Man. Maybe Rocket Man's still there, guys. Pick the name. Pick the name. Yeah, so there's the link to join up XGame, and in the comments on X, and I will post it in the comments after the live show on YouTube as well. Those on the replay gang. All right, so that was pretty cool. We've got $2.81, so the balance went up by 76 cents. Now let's do another one here. We're going to go for another one. Now we have had some interesting numbers here, some high numbers, some low numbers. So you know, we'll see how we get on there. Now you can play your own strategy, or your strategy you want. There's a strategy I think called the Nightingale. I think it's Nightingale, but it's where you can start off low and double up your bets every time. Now you can try and play that. But, yeah. All right, so I'm out off that one. I got out early. So I got out early on that. That was a 1.42x. I got out at 1.25. So I was one of the profitable ones, and that will get me over $3. So watch the balance there at $2.81. That should get me to $3, and so on. So you know, I played pretty conservatively. Remember last time when I was playing the testnet, I was just letting it ride, right? Because we were playing for X's, because that was just part of the giveaway competition, and we wanted to show the game. But yeah, $3.06 now, and we're on up and up. Now we're at 1.42. So we had 3 low numbers, guys. So I think there's going to be a high number. So I'm going to try and let this ride and let $1 ride. We're going to try and get over 2x here, because it does look like you know, we may get a high number. Now I could be wrong. Could be wrong. Could be 4 low numbers in a row. This is the way it goes. Now I've seen low numbers on BetFury Crash Game like 25 times in a row, like low numbers. So playing the Nightingale strategy for doubling up cannot always work. You know, so just take note. But you can, sometimes it can be very profitable if you're getting good numbers. Now we've got 26 people right now, $239 of bets placed. You can see that on the top left there. You guys can see that, yeah. But man, I'm waiting us to get a high X because the animation is so good up high, guys. It is so good up high. So let's see how we go. So we're powering through 1.5. We've got lots of people taking profits right now. 1.8. I'm out. Oh, I'm out. Did I get out? Oh, I did click the out button, but it didn't register. So there we go. I did click it, but it didn't register. So maybe my mouse, maybe I didn't click it properly, but I would have got out on that if it had registered. But we lost that $1, unfortunately. Instead of doubling, we lost. So there we go. All right, so we're going to do another $1, which is the minimum bet, right? Just doing the minimum bet, and you can do whatever you want. It goes up to, what did we say? $50, up to $50. And people are doing $50. Look, see Firewhale here. He's in the game. It's got name Firewhale. I don't know if it's the Firewhale, but he's doing $50 bets. So yeah, we're going to try again. I actually did click it, so I've got to make sure I'm holding my mouse properly. And we had, there we go. Let's see how we go, guys. We're at $2. I have to basically do a 2x just to get my money back now. See how the game plays? It's kind of cool. Or I could go 50% and take 2 times and try and get 150 each time, right? Or 125, do 4 games of 125 and hope that there's not a something less than 1.25. So you've got a couple options there. We have had some, pretty low numbers. 1.1, 1.96. I guess it's not too low. 1.42. We'll see how it goes. So it's got to wait for the setup. We've got 21 players, $242 in bets placed. Let's see how we go here. Now we could get a 1, right? Get crashed out straight away, right? Get crashed out straight away. Let's see how we go. A lot of people jumping out. Look at them all jumping out, guys. Huge amount of people jumping out right now. We're on the move. We're on the move. All right, so I exited for 3x, guys. Going up high though. Oh, I would get to 4.87. I got out at 3x, so we got our dollar back, and we made that dollar we wanted to make in the last round, which is kind of lucky, right? So it's not like genius science, but we were lucky on that occasion. Just the way it goes. Just the way it goes. So there we are. XGame man live. XGame live. All right, let's jump into it. So we're up $4 now. We're up $4. What do we reckon, guys? Do you reckon we're going to get another high number? Well, I missed it anyway, so we're not going to be in it. But anyway, we got looks like I don't know if this is the real fire whale, but he's definitely paying $50, so maybe it is. We got Coin Run there. We got all these other people jumping in. We got a $50 from this guy, $20, a $10, a $20. Currently 14 people, $178 in this round, which is kind of cool. There we go. I'm not in this round, so there we go. Woohoo! Look, all the people get out. Fire whale got out too. $71, 1.42x. That's a big number. It's going to be another good number, is it? Ooh, yeah, we're up, guys. Oh, we just crashed out there. I was really hoping, because I want you to see the colors as it goes through. It gets really ampy, really hyped. So yeah, keep a look out for that. That is it on the next one. So let's watch it. How we're doing for time here? Doing pretty well. All right, so let's see if we get in that. We got 2.48. What do we reckon is going to happen, guys? I don't know. Just feeling like it might be a low number, but we'll go. We'll go. We're in, guys. It's too late now. It's too late. We're in. Now you can do, you can do $10, you can do $5, you can do $2, you can do $50. Just depends on what your appetite is. Let's see how it goes. And you can quickly get wiped out pretty quickly, losing. Remember that. So don't have any illusions of grandeur. But you can also make some pretty clever money as well. Oh, finished already, guys. So we lost that dollar. We lost that dollar we made. That's how quick it happened, guys. At 1.26x. And I said to you, it feels like it'll probably be a low number, but we win it. We did it anyway. We went big. All right, so let's go now. If we want to get that dollar back, we've got to get a 1.5, right, to do that. But we've had some three decent little numbers. We're getting another low number there. This feels like we might do. So you could just think about leaving out of the game this time. And so I'm going to do that. I'm just going to leave out the game and let another low number hopefully play out. Let's see. It's not rocket science, but we're going to see if we had 3 sort of decent numbers. Let's let another bad number roll out, and that's probably going to be a big number, right? Probably a big number. Probably like 50 X or something, like that. So everyone's in, guys. Everyone's in. We've got 22 players. Crashed out. What a crash out at 1.6. I said, guys, just felt like it. Now, the question is, are we going to have a third number? That's the question. We had 3 decent numbers. Are we going to have 3 bad numbers? That's the question, right? That's the question. Everyone's asking themselves, what is that? All right, let's do a dollar. Let's do it. Let's go. Against good thinking. Let's go dollar. All right, we're in. So, we can go 50%. We can crash out. We can try and do a 2x. We can try and go all the way. I don't know what that means, but we haven't seen, it's been a little while since we had a 10x. That was about 17, 12, about 15 times ago or something. All right, let's, it crashed out, just like I said, guys. Just like I said, I didn't go in though. Lost $2 now. all that profit that I made, I've lost all the profit now. And funny enough, I did say, that we're going to have a low number. It feels like we're going to have a low number, given that we had 3 high numbers, and it was very low, 1.17, and it crashed out a lot. And in fact, I don't know if anyone got out in profit. No, everyone got crashed, guys. Everyone got crashed out there. So yeah, none of the low number. Now we're gonna have a 4th low number, 5th low number in a row. Are we on a cycle of low numbers? Yeah, let's go. We're gonna do $1. Let's see how we go here. And what would we need to get our $2 back? We're gonna need a 3x, right? A 3x to get our dollars back. And you got to make sure your mouse is over the or your whatever is over the exit button, because if you don't and it doesn't register properly, you'll lose. Oh, crashed straight away, guys. I said to you, we're on a low number cycle. Exactly. This is I mean, I lost $3, but it is showing you how it plays, right? That you can get 4, 5, 6 numbers. Maybe, like I said, the worst I've seen is like 35 on BetFury one time. So just have to take note of that. That can go through these cycles. So yeah, but is there going to be a big number, right? We have all these low numbers. Is there suddenly going to be a big number? So I've got $1 left for our show. We're almost finished anyway. So this will be our last game. We might watch 1 or 2 more. We're up to an hour and 16, so we might finish here. But I will do some actual game sessions on XGame coming up. It's kind of just it has gone live, and we're just previewing it today, which is pretty cool. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I might do another show later on today. Just never know. Just fully on XGame. Let's see. Here we go in here. All right. Now you got to make sure your mouse is on the X. Let's see. Are we going to get a big number, guys? We had 4 low numbers. We got 4 low numbers, guys. Are we going to get a big number? Everyone's crashing out right now. Everyone's crashing out. We're going up. We're up to 2x. 2x, guys. Oh, we crashed out at 3x, was it? And I didn't cash out. So we're out. So there we go for 2.9x. We finally got a decent number. So it looks like we're having like 4 low numbers. Maybe we'll get 3 big, decent numbers. That's like 2, 3, 4x, and that is where we are right now. So that is the end of my balance, but it is pretty cool. That is the game right now. We've got a good amount of people playing. That's pretty positive. It is the beginning, and people are just starting to hear about it as well. That's kind of cool. All right, so that is XGame. If you guys want to play it, just take notes, of everything, and you can play at $1 if you want to get used to it. That is the XGame right there, so get that along there, folks. Let's see if we can get a big number again. Are we going to get a big number? Woohoo! Let's go. Oh, it crashed out again. Low number. Well, we're in a low number cycle right now. Now, it can go through cycles of high numbers, right? At the moment, we're certainly on a low number cycle, and so that's pretty interesting. So, maybe it's going to pick up from here. Who knows? We'll watch another round and see. Let's see how we're going there. Woohoo! But this is really neat because you think about it. Normally, with a centralized site, you're on that website. With this, you can go over to Telegram, play on the Telegram application. You can do it on all sorts of social media here. It really is pretty cool. So, from that point of view, what have we got there? We've got any big players there? We've got a couple of $50, I think. Yeah, players. We've got 21 players, $190. Let's see if we get a big number. Due. A big number. It looks like, I don't know, it feels like it's almost due. Maybe not quite. Maybe it is. We'll see. But we've got lots of people on there. Let's see. We're up to 1.3. Oh, it crashed out again. We are definitely on a low number cycle right now, right? We're definitely on a low number cycle. But there we go. And man, when you've seen it for years play, you do got to get a little bit of feel for it. I placed my 1 or 2 bets there just because I'm streaming rather than what I would actually do. Yeah, that's cool. So we've got lots of players, $5, $1, $2. So lots of people having fun. We've got some bigger high rollers there, $50, $10, $20 players. So all sorts of playing it. 18 players, $128 bets right now. We've seen it into several $100. Let's see what we get. We're going to get a big number. Everyone's out. See this little wallet? They're crashing out right now. They're claiming their profits. There we go. It's gone up. 2x. We might get a big number. Are we going to get a big number? 3.6. So there we go. That wasn't too bad. 3.6. But we haven't had any really big numbers since we had that 12. Remember that 12x? We haven't really had any big numbers since that time. So there we go, folks. That is XGame. Isn't that cool? That's cool. And not bad. I'm back. I'm moving now. I'm moving now. That's GPU heavy. GPU heavy. So that is XGame. It is live. It is on PulseChain, BNB chain, base chain. And of course, you guys can get out there and play it. Like I said to, you can also get out and refer it. Now, it's only going to be, something that players like to gamble or play. So just remember that. But that is the link there, XGame, and it's also on X there as well. Now, we will probably do some special shows on X displaying the game as well. And so, yeah, it's going to be fun. So well done to Firewell. Pretty awesome. 2.5 days away until the next big launch as well, which should also, they're all compound on each other. And that is, of course, Peacock Dex is coming. And then probably not too far after that is Coinwell and maybe even CoinNaki. We'll see. But Coinwell coming from Rack and Michelle. So we are in the triple trifecta. And we had a little surprise today with the launch of the old Vault 369 from Fast Abdul, well, at least the token. The platform is coming, multi-chain, multi-collateral. That's pretty cool. So fun times ahead for the old PulseChain guys. It's going pretty epic. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care, everybody. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Hit the follow button on X. And check out the old XGame. All right, take care. Bye for now, guys.